What if I told you the universe is already holding 10,860,000 in your name, but it's waiting for one thing, not your effort, not your work, your alignment. Because until your energy matches the number you're praying for, that blessing stays locked in spiritual escrow. By the end of this prayer, something inside you will shift. You'll stop asking for wealth and start attracting it. Stay through this moment because the frequency of abundance is about to meet your name. Close your eyes for a second. Feel your heartbeat. That rhythm. That's proof the universe already trusts you. It gives you breath without asking. It gives you sunlight without charge. And if it can give you life without you begging, what makes you think it can't give you 10, 80, 60,000 when your energy finally says, I'm ready? You see, wealth isn't about numbers. It's about vibration. Most people pray with fear. They say, please let this happen. But power comes when you say, it's already done. Most people spend their entire lives asking the universe for abundance while unknowingly pushing it away through the energy they project. They speak words of wealth but vibrate in fear, doubt, and lack. This inner conflict is the greatest barrier to manifestation because the universe does not respond to words, it responds to energy. When someone says, I want more money, they are, in essence, declaring that they do not yet have it. Their focus is on what's missing, and what's missing expands. The universe mirrors the emotional tone behind the request, not the request itself. This is why people can pray, affirm, and visualize endlessly but still see no change. Because their vibration is a broadcast of scarcity. The energy of lack feels like tension, worry, and impatience. It's the feeling of checking your bank balance every few hours, hoping for a miracle, or repeating affirmations while secretly doubting they'll work. When you move from that space, your requests to the universe carry static. The signal isn't clear. The law of vibration says everything is energy, including thoughts and emotions. Abundance flows toward ease, gratitude, and certainty, not desperation. So, the first step to receiving wealth is not to chase it, but to dissolve the emotional resistance that keeps it away. The person who feels rich in spirit, who feels gratitude even with little, is already aligned with the frequency of wealth. When you operate from lack, you are unconsciously affirming that you do not trust the universe to provide. You are saying, I need to control this. And that control energy suffocates miracles. The universe is generous, but it flows through trust and surrender. Imagine a radio station. If you tune into the wrong frequency, you hear noise. It's not that the music isn't playing. It's that you're not aligned with it. The same principle applies to abundance. The frequency of wealth is always broadcasting, but to hear it, you must tune your emotions and beliefs to match it. This is why feeling abundant before receiving is the secret key most people overlook. Alignment begins with awareness. The moment you recognize that your thoughts are filled with scarcity, statements like, I can't afford that, or money never stays with me, you can start to shift. Replace those inner scripts with language of gratitude and expectancy. Instead of saying, I don't have enough, say, everything I need is on its way. Instead of worrying about bills, bless them as proof that you have a life being sustained. Gratitude neutralizes lack because it trains your focus on what's present, not what's missing. The universe expands what you appreciate. When you consistently dwell in that vibration, abundance naturally gravitates toward you because you have become its energetic match. The truth is, your outer world is a reflection of your inner conversation. When your inner dialogue is filled with fear, the universe responds with more circumstances that validate that fear. When your inner dialogue is filled with peace, confidence, and gratitude, the universe mirrors that back in the form of opportunities, ideas, and resources. This isn't magic, it's energetic cause and effect. Every thought carries a frequency, and consistent frequencies become experiences. When you align your energy with abundance, you stop chasing money and start magnetizing it. Most people pray for financial blessings, but remain emotionally anchored in worry. They are asking for abundance, while embodying the vibration of lack. The first key is to shift the inner state. To feel abundant now, even if nothing has changed yet. The energy of abundance attracts its own reflection. The universe does not respond to your words, it responds to the emotion you hold behind them. When your emotion says, "I already have," you step into the flow, where miracles are natural. That's when abundance begins to chase you, instead of you chasing it. The universe does not deliver what you want, it delivers what you are ready to receive. This truth is both empowering and humbling because it places the responsibility for manifestation within your own energy. Many people think wanting something deeply is enough, but desire alone does not magnetize reality. The universe listens not to your wishes, but to your readiness, and readiness is proven through faith, alignment, and consistency. To be ready to receive wealth, you must first demonstrate the consciousness that can hold it. A person can want millions, but if their beliefs still tell them that money is evil, scarce, or untrustworthy, the universe recognizes that inner contradiction and pauses the flow. It will not send abundance into a container that leaks fear. Wanting comes from the mind. Readiness comes from the soul. When you only want something, you are attached to the outcome and usually driven by lack or comparison. But when you are ready, you have cultivated the emotional maturity to receive without clinging or doubting. Readiness looks like calm expectation rather than anxious desire. It is the quiet knowing that what you seek already belongs to you in the unseen, and you're simply aligning with the moment it arrives. You are not chasing the blessing. You are preparing to hold it. That preparation happens in thought, emotion, and action. The universe checks the alignment of these three before release. To be ready for wealth, your thoughts must affirm abundance rather than scarcity. Your emotions must resonate with gratitude rather than fear, and your actions must reflect faith rather than hesitation. This trifecta of alignment tells the universe, I am in harmony with the energy of receiving. When that message is consistent, the flow of abundance begins to move toward you naturally. The person who is ready to receive does not constantly ask, when will it happen? Because they already trust the timing. They know divine timing never denies. It only delays until the vibration matches the request. The universe operates through law, not chance. When your internal state conflicts with your desire, the law of resonance prevents that desire from manifesting fully. It's not punishment, it's precision. You may want 10, 80, 60 Zorosand, but if your daily energy is filled with frustration, envy, or fear of losing what little you have, you are sending out mixed signals. The universe reads that signal as unreadiness. Readiness, therefore, requires internal healing, releasing the patterns of self-sabotage, guilt about success, and fear of power that often hide beneath surface desires. Only when you feel safe with abundance can it safely arrive. To prepare yourself, visualize receiving without pressure. Imagine holding that wealth, not with excitement that fades but with peace that lasts. How does your body feel when you imagine financial security? How do your relationships change when money is no longer a struggle? Do you feel worthy of that lifestyle? Do you trust yourself to manage it well? These reflections show you whether you are energetically open or still resisting. The universe expands where you feel safe and contracts where you feel fear. Readiness is about removing fear's vibration from your request. Many people manifest small things easily: parking spots, compliments, unexpected gifts, because they carry no emotional resistance to them. But when it comes to larger desires, like great wealth, their belief systems interfere. They unconsciously believe they are not capable, deserving, or spiritual enough to hold such abundance. The universe cannot override your self-concept. It mirrors it. To receive more, you must first become more in your energy. That means embodying the version of you who already lives in abundance, who makes decisions from faith instead of limitation, who gives without fear of depletion, and who celebrates the wealth of others instead of resenting it. When you reach that point, the universe has no choice but to respond, because it is a perfect mirror. You are no longer begging for manifestation, you are standing in resonance with it. Wanting comes from emptiness, but readiness comes from fullness. When you are ready, your vibration becomes an open door, and the universe walks abundance right through it. $10,860,000 is not merely a number, it is a vibration, a frequency of wealth that exists in the energetic dimension before it becomes physical reality. Every form of abundance, money, love, opportunity, has its own energetic signature. The people who seem to attract wealth effortlessly are not just lucky, they are tuned to the frequency where wealth flows naturally. They think, feel, and act in ways that align with expansion rather than limitation. To manifest that kind of financial abundance, you must become the person who can hold it energetically, emotionally, and spiritually. The universe never gives you more than you are able to sustain, so your task is not to chase money, but to elevate your vibration until it matches the energy of 10, 80, 60,000. Think of it like tuning a radio. The song you want to hear is already playing, but you can't hear it if your frequency is off. The moment you adjust the dial, the music becomes clear. Similarly, the vibration of 10, 18, 60,000 already exists in the universe. It's not hiding or being withheld. You simply need to tune your energy to match it. That means shifting from thoughts of struggle to thoughts of overflow, from fear to faith, from effort to flow. You cannot vibrate at the level of anxiety and expect the frequency of abundance to resonate. Energy alignment begins within, in the quiet moments when you choose gratitude over worry and peace over panic. Becoming the person who can hold this energy requires inner expansion. If you received that wealth today without the internal structure to sustain it, you would lose it quickly because your vibration would still be rooted in scarcity. True wealth is not about having money, it's about being in harmony with it. The frequency of 10, 18, 60,000 feels light, confident, generous, and secure. It carries no desperation, no grasping, no need to prove worth. It is the frequency of someone who already knows abundance is their natural state. To align with it, you must train your nervous system to feel safe with having more. Many people unconsciously resist abundance because deep down they fear judgment, change, or loss. They want wealth, but their energy whispers, "It's too much." That whisper blocks the flow. You raise your frequency by shifting your emotional baseline. Gratitude, joy, peace, and confidence are high vibration emotions that match the energy of wealth. Fear, guilt, and self-doubt are low vibrations that repel it. Each time you feel grateful for what you already have, you signal to the universe that you are abundant, and that signal magnetizes more. The universe is not testing you. It's mirroring you. It gives you what you embody. That's why wealthy people often attract more opportunities. Their energy radiates certainty, and certainty is magnetic. The moment you begin to feel certain that 860 dozen is aligned with you, your outer world begins to rearrange to support that belief. The key is consistency. One day of high vibration cannot override years of low vibration. The energy of wealth becomes your default through repetition and embodiment. Every morning, affirm your financial worth, visualize your desired reality, and feel the gratitude as if it's already done. Speak to yourself as the person who already possesses abundance. When challenges arise, respond with faith rather than fear, because how you handle lack determines your readiness for plenty. Holding the energy of wealth means being calm, even when money hasn't yet appeared, because you trust the process. The vibration of trust and patience carries the same energy as wealth itself. It's the energy of sufficiency. As your vibration rises, life begins to mirror it back. Unexpected income appears, ideas unfold, connections strengthen, and opportunities multiply. None of it is random, it's resonance. When you become the frequency of 860,000, the universe has no choice but to bring circumstances that match it. This is not fantasy, it's physics of consciousness. You do not attract what you chase. You attract what you are. When your energy says, I am already wealthy, the universe responds in perfect agreement, and the number you once dreamed of becomes your natural reflection. Faith is the invisible bridge between desire and manifestation, the unseen energy that transforms thought into tangible experience. To manifest wealth or any form of abundance, you must believe in the outcome long before it shows itself in physical reality. Most people live the opposite way. They wait to see evidence before they allow themselves to believe. But the universe responds to belief, not proof. When you believe first, you create the frequency that makes proof possible. The moment you begin to believe without needing confirmation, the energy around you starts to reorganize. Opportunities that were hidden begin to reveal themselves, synchronicities increase, and people appear who guide you toward what you asked for. Faith is not wishful thinking. It is a spiritual law that moves creation from the invisible to the visible. Fear and faith cannot coexist. They are opposite frequencies. Fear tells the universe, I don't trust that I will receive, while faith declares, it's already on the way. Every time you worry about how something will happen, you interrupt the energy flow that faith has already set in motion. Faith is surrender, not control. It doesn't demand details or timelines. It says, even if I don't know how, I know it will. That vibration opens the door for miracles because the universe thrives in freedom, not in resistance. The more you cling to outcomes, the tighter your energy becomes. The tighter your energy, the harder it is for blessings to move toward you. Faith loosens that grip. It turns your energy into an open channel through which abundance can flow effortlessly. To hold faith over fear means to train your mind to focus on certainty instead of doubt. The human mind loves evidence. It wants to see proof before relaxing. But the spiritual mind understands that reality begins as vibration. Every manifestation starts unseen, like a seed buried in soil. Just because you cannot see the seed growing doesn't mean nothing is happening. Faith is the courage to water that unseen seed with trust. to act as if your desire has already been accepted by the universe. When you believe without needing visible confirmation, you align with the creative force that builds worlds. That force moves through you, shaping your experiences to match your vibration. Wealth responds powerfully to faith because money is energy. When you are afraid of losing it, you emit scarcity and attract lack. When you believe that it will always circulate back to you, you emit expansion and attract flow. The person who believes money will come finds doors opening in unexpected places. New clients, ideas, or opportunities appear effortlessly. It's not magic, it's resonance. The vibration of faith carries the frequency of abundance, while the vibration of fear carries the frequency of loss. You can't hold both and expect to prosper. Each moment you choose to believe, you're training your energy to match the reality you want to live in. Faith also transforms how you see challenges. Instead of interpreting setbacks as signs of failure, you see them as redirections, as the universe guiding you toward alignment. That perspective shift keeps your vibration elevated, even when circumstances seem uncertain. The people who manifest miracles are not those who never face obstacles. They are the ones who maintain unwavering faith through them. They keep affirming, visualizing, and feeling gratitude even when evidence is invisible. Their belief becomes magnetic, and the universe bends to meet it. To live in faith is to rest in the knowing that everything you ask for is already created in the energetic realm. The timing of its arrival depends only on your ability to stay aligned with that knowing. When fear tries to whisper that you are forgotten, faith answers, I am already provided for. That inner dialogue determines the vibration you broadcast. The stronger your faith, the faster the universe responds. Faith is not just belief in something greater. It is the remembrance that you are connected to that greatness. It is the energy that transforms invisible dreams into visible wealth. When faith becomes your default setting, abundance no longer feels like a miracle. It feels inevitable because you are finally vibrating in harmony with it. Gratitude is the most powerful emotional code in the language of the universe because it communicates completion. When you are grateful, you are telling the universe, I already have everything I need, and that statement sends out the vibration of abundance. The universe always mirrors the energy you project. So when you dwell in gratitude, you attract more experiences that make you feel grateful. This is why gratitude is the emotional bridge between desire and fulfillment. It transforms asking into receiving because it shifts your focus from absence to presence. The moment you begin to truly feel thankful for what already exists in your life, even the smallest blessings, you begin to tune yourself to the frequency of wealth and abundance. Gratitude dissolves resistance because it changes your energetic posture. When you are ungrateful, your energy is tense, impatient, and focused on what's missing. That energy signals to the universe that you are living in lack, and lack attracts more lack. Gratitude, however, is a state of trust. It says, I may not have everything I want yet, but I already have proof that I am cared for. That vibration aligns perfectly with abundance because abundance flows through appreciation. Every time you say, thank you, with genuine emotion, you expand the energetic space within you for more blessings to enter. The more you appreciate, the more the universe amplifies what you appreciate. It is a perfect loop of energetic multiplication. When you express gratitude, you also change your biology. Your brain releases serotonin and dopamine, chemicals associated with joy and contentment. These emotions elevate your vibration And that elevation naturally aligns with the frequency of prosperity. In this elevated state, your perception shifts. You begin to see opportunities and solutions that were invisible before. Gratitude opens your awareness because it expands your energetic field. It is impossible to be both grateful and fearful at the same time. Fear closes energy, gratitude opens it. The open heart is where miracles land. Gratitude also redefines your relationship with money. Instead of seeing money as something to chase, you begin to see it as energy that responds to appreciation. When you are grateful for the money you already have, even if it's little, you tell the universe that you can manage and honor abundance. Money, like any form of energy, flows toward respect and care. If you constantly complain about not having enough, you vibrate at a frequency of rejection. But when you thank the universe for the smallest inflow, a gift, a payment, a coin, you send a signal that you are ready to receive more. Gratitude turns you into a magnet because it centers your energy in fullness rather than emptiness. It is easy to be grateful when everything is going well. But the real power comes when you can express gratitude even in moments of uncertainty. That is when your vibration becomes unstoppable. When you can say, "Thank you for this lesson. Thank you for this delay. Thank you for what I cannot yet see." You step into mastery. Gratitude in difficulty tells the universe that you trust its timing and that your faith is stronger than your fear. This deep trust accelerates manifestation because it keeps your vibration high even when the outer world looks still. The universe always catches up with consistent vibration. Gratitude keeps you consistent. The practice of gratitude can be as simple as starting each morning by listing 3 things you appreciate or ending your night by thanking the universe for unseen blessings. The feeling behind the words matters more than the words themselves. When you speak from genuine emotion, your energy expands. Gratitude becomes your natural state rather than a temporary practice. When gratitude dominates your inner world, lack cannot survive there. You no longer chase abundance because you are already living in its vibration. Wealth becomes a reflection of your inner completeness. Gratitude is the heartbeat of manifestation, the pulse that tells the universe you are aligned, open, and ready to receive more. Prayer without alignment is noise. Prayer with certainty is power. The universe does not respond to words alone. It responds to the energy and belief behind them. Many people pray or affirm their desires while carrying an undercurrent of fear, doubt, or unworthiness. They say the right words, but vibrate in the wrong frequency. When your words say, "I believe," but your heart whispers, "I'm not sure," the universe reads the whisper. Alignment means that your thoughts, emotions, and energy all communicate the same message. It is the harmony between intention and vibration. Without that harmony, prayer becomes just sound, a hopeful plea that never fully reaches the energetic level where manifestation occurs. When you pray with alignment, every part of your being participates in the request. Your words, emotions, and belief unite in a single frequency of certainty. The universe interprets this energy as readiness and begins to reorganize reality around it. Certainty does not mean arrogance. It means inner knowing. It is the quiet confidence that your prayer is already answered in the unseen. You no longer beg or plead. You declare and allow. That is the energy that moves mountains. When you speak from alignment, your vibration carries clarity and strength, and the universe mirrors that clarity back in the form of tangible results. The reason many prayers go unanswered is not because the universe ignores them. but because the vibration of the prayer is filled with contradiction. A person might ask for financial freedom while thinking thoughts of fear, worry, and scarcity. Those conflicting frequencies cancel each other out. Alignment requires emotional coherence. You must feel the reality of what you are asking for as if it already exists. The emotional tone of gratitude, peace, and expectation turns prayer into creation. It is no longer a request. It becomes a command through the language of energy. When you pray with certainty, you activate the law of assumption, which states that what you assume to be true becomes your experience. You assume the blessing is already yours, and your entire energetic field begins to behave as if that reality is already in motion. You walk differently, speak differently, and make decisions from faith instead of fear. The universe recognizes that consistency of energy and begins to deliver evidence that matches it. The energy of certainty is irresistible because it is rooted in trust rather than desperation. Desperation repels, faith attracts. To create alignment, you must first clear the energetic clutter that contradicts your prayer. This means releasing beliefs of unworthiness, guilt, or impatience. You cannot pray for abundance while secretly believing you don't deserve it. You cannot ask for miracles while doubting that they can happen for you. Alignment requires truth, honest awareness of what you feel, and the willingness to shift it. Meditation, gratitude, and visualization are powerful tools for aligning your vibration with your desire. When you visualize your prayer fulfilled and allow the emotion of joy to rise within you, you are sending a direct message to the universe that you are energetically ready to receive. Aligned prayer is also active, not passive. It inspires intuitive action. When you pray with certainty, you don't just wait, you move as if your blessing is already on its way. You take inspired steps, guided by inner nudges, because you trust the process. The action itself becomes part of the prayer, a physical expression of faith. This combination of inner certainty and outer movement accelerates manifestation because you are participating in creation rather than waiting for it. When prayer becomes alignment, it stops being a wish and becomes a vibration of command. You no longer speak to the universe as someone in need. You speak as a co-creator, a conscious participant in divine flow. Every word carries power because it is backed by belief. Every request becomes inevitable because it is rooted in knowing, not hoping. That is, when prayer transcends language and becomes energy, and energy is the true language of the universe. Letting go is one of the hardest yet most powerful principles in manifestation because it requires complete trust in the unseen. When you release the how, you create space for the universe to work through divine timing and infinite possibility. Most people unintentionally block their blessings because they hold on too tightly to control. They visualize what they want, but then they constantly question when it will happen, how it will happen, and whether it's still coming. That energy of attachment sends out a signal of fear and lack, as if you don't truly believe the universe can handle it. The more you try to control, the more resistance you create, and resistance slows manifestation. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means surrendering control of the process while remaining certain of the outcome. True letting go is emotional freedom. It's the shift from, I need this to happen, to, I trust it's already happening. That energetic shift from grasping to allowing changes everything. When you release the need to know every step, you open yourself to synchronicity. The universe has an intelligence far greater than your logical mind, and it knows the fastest most harmonious way to bring your desires to you. Your only job is to maintain alignment with what you want, not to dictate the details of its arrival. When you keep interfering with the how, you are essentially saying, I don't believe the universe can surprise me. But when you let go, you step into flow, where everything begins to unfold effortlessly. The act of letting go is a test of faith. It is easy to believe when everything seems visible, but real trust is believing when nothing yet shows in the physical world. When you release attachment, you shift from needing proof to embodying peace. That inner calm becomes magnetic. It tells the universe that you already know your desire is yours, and the universe responds to that certainty. Imagine planting a seed and digging it up every day to check if it's growing. You would destroy its potential. Manifestation works the same way. Once you plant the seed through intention and emotion, you must let it rest in faith. Constantly checking for results disrupts its growth. Letting go also allows your vibration to stay high. Obsessing over your desire often creates anxiety and impatience, which lower your energetic frequency. High vibration is the state where manifestations move quickly, while low vibration slows or blocks them. When you let go, your energy becomes light, peaceful, and trusting. That is the frequency that draws abundance. The paradox of manifestation is that you receive what you stop chasing. The moment you detach, you stop pushing energy away and start allowing it in. The energy of trust says, I already have, while the energy of control says, I don't yet have. The universe listens to vibration, not words, so letting go aligns your vibration with having rather than wanting. Releasing the how also protects you from limiting your manifestation. When you decide exactly how something must happen, you restrict the universe's ability to surprise you with something even better. You might be focused on one path, but the universe may have 10 different routes that lead to your desire in more abundant ways. Letting go keeps those doors open. It invites divine intelligence to guide you through science, timing, and intuition. You may be delayed not because the universe said no, but because it's preparing something greater. Trusting that truth brings peace in waiting. Letting go is not passive. It is an active state of trust. You continue to show up, take inspired action, and follow your inner guidance, but without anxiety. You move as if your blessing is inevitable. You don't demand results. You expect them naturally. That vibration of calm expectancy is what magnetizes the miracle. The universe delivers fastest when you no longer need to chase it. When you fully let go, you are saying, I trust the process, I trust the timing, and I trust that what's meant for me cannot miss me. That trust transforms the waiting period into a sacred space where manifestation matures, unseen but inevitable.